Hello folks, welcome to LexiIS. In today's video, we'll be looking into the current affairs topic, okay, which has come into news, okay. Again, it's a static polity topic, okay, but it has come into news is because of the current affairs, alright. So whenever any of these static content comes into news in current affairs, then the possibility of it being relevant for this is maybe mains question or prelims question paper becomes very important. Okay, so what is the topic that we are talking today that has come into news is recently, okay, your interstate council, okay, has been reconstituted. Understanding? Your interstate council, okay, is a static polity topic. Understanding? But because it has come into news, we will be discussing about what it is, when was it created, what is its composition, what are the merits, what are the demerits, what is the way forward, and what kind of polity mains questions or prelims questions can you expect. Okay? To make this class more engaging, okay, I'll ask a prelims question, okay, mains question we'll discuss accordingly. I'll ask a prelims question and I want you guys, okay, to answer for it in the comment section. Understanding? Deal? Alright, let's get started. Okay. Interstate Council. Okay, recently Indian government has reconstituted the Interstate Council after 2 years of gap. Okay, last reconstitution was in 2022. Okay, what is this Interstate Council for? Again, it is to make sure cooperative federalism is visualized. This much topic is there in the current affairs. This is the reason why this particular topic has come into current affairs. Clear up until here? Now we will discuss. See, as the name states, Interstate Council, okay, meaning this is a body that is there to delve in the issues between your center and state relations. Understanding? Center and state relations. To deal with that, this body is there. This constitutional article, again 243 we will be seeing further ahead and all. It was created by President's order. Understanding? What is the whole point of creating this body, Interstate Council? Okay, this is more like a non-permanent body. Look at this, it said recently reconstituted. If it is a permanent body, then it doesn't have to be reconstituted again and again, which means this is not a permanent body. So this is a non-permanent body. Okay, and the whole point of creating something like this is to make sure there is smooth sailing between the relations of center and state. Fine. And also one main important thing is in any issues, okay, the one main thing I'll tell you, somewhere understand it, leave out the specific date just for understanding level, somewhere around 1990s this was constituted, let's assume, okay, actively. It was 1990s, we see LPG era, yeah, Cold War end era, all those kind of thing where the world transitioned from bipolar world to unipolar world. But what was the 1990s is now the same condition now in 2024. Yes. So first we will discuss the relevance of this body in present time. We now discussed what is this Interstate Council. Yes. Now we will say what is the relevance of this body in present day time. We have told it, they have reconstituted it. Why did they reconstitute it? Which means there should be some relevance. Yes, they have reconstituted it recently. It's coming to current affairs. Why? What such relevance or what such important thing happened that they decided how we have to reconstitute it. And that too especially in today's age of 2024. Yes, where the now if you see everywhere it's becoming more like hard democracy is there, centralism is there, everything is there. So there are much more other institutions which are there to do this job. Why now this is very important? Yes, that is where we speak about relevance. The Interstate Council now of ever before has become more relevant. Now when I say more relevant is because its use, okay, the whole idea behind the conception of this Interstate Council is being very strongly put into use right now. What do I mean? For example, during the period of demonetization, during the time of demonetization, now for example your GST Council, Goods and Service Tax, new tax regime. Now anything that the center decides, for example the demonetization, GST and then this COVID pandemic, everything, anything that's happening, it cannot be a single-handed effort of either the center or the states alone. Now more than ever, the cooperation between center and states is seen more and more important. The relevance is now more important than ever. So they have reconstituted the question. You may now think, this question is coming to current affairs, I will read this about this. Why? Why has it now come into current affairs? Like I told you, 1990s it was constituted initially. Yeah. Now why again they are reconstituting? Understanding? So this body, now more than ever, it's become more and more important. It is the topic of discussion. This is to be more specific, this is the need of the hour. Understanding? Yeah. So as the issues, okay, are getting more and more complicated, more and more complex. See, for example, we are living in a world where, okay, we have pandemic, we have wars. The wars which are going on are happening in regions which could very easily turn into World War III if left unsupervised. Yeah, already it's very much escalated. De-escalation is taking much more effort. Escalation is always easier. De-escalation is where the difficulty comes. Anything in life, anything in your current affairs, anything in the global world arena, escalation is very easy. De-escalating that or normalizing the ties is very difficult. Now in such a phase we are there, okay, when the world is almost the brink of war, people are fighting, our own neighbors, Bangladesh, all this is happening. Now the concept of unity is very much more needed. Now the cooperative vessel, the federal cooperative or the federal cooperation as enshrined by our constitution is to be now more secure, now more stronger, and one of the bodies that was designated for that purpose is an interstate council. Understanding? Clear up until here? Yes or no? Okay, we'll move ahead. Interstate Council, it's Article 263. I was very busily telling, yeah. So Interstate Council, it is for center-state and interstate coordination and cooperation in India, that is among center and state and among states themselves, and it is enshrined in the Article 263. The Sarkaria Commission, okay, had held that, okay, it is very integral or very important to house a body like the State Council. Yes, it is very important to house a body like Interstate Council. So based on the recommendations of Sarkaria Commission. Okay. So what is the membership composition? Prime Minister. Now whenever in any committee Prime Minister is a member, then he automatically becomes the chairman. Okay. Then we have Chief Ministers of all states and Chief Ministers of Union Territories with Legislative Assembly, Administrators, Lieutenant Governors, whatever it is you want to call it, of Union Territories without Legislative Assembly, and also 6 Union Ministers of Cabinet rank which are nominated, okay, by a Prime Minister. Yeah, this is the composition. One main important event happened is in the second meeting of Interstate Council, okay, which was held in 1996. They decided, okay, in this meeting it was decided there was a need for a standing committee. Okay, again understand, Interstate Council, they will meet. All the members that we just spoke, they will discuss the issues, etc. And they will disperse. After that also we need something to make sure how we're following up on that, okay? Or otherwise there is something active going on. It's not like we met, spoke and we decided we'll do and we've left it, we've forgotten. No such things. But rather there will be continuous consultation on that topic. For that reason they needed a standing committee, more of a permanent nature, okay? So for continuous consultation, the standing committee was created, and this was in the second meeting of Interstate Council, and the chairman of the standing committee was going to be a Home Minister. Understanding? Clear up until here? See, now we've been discussing, it is the second meeting of Interstate Council where we discuss this. Because we are on the topic, one issue constantly that your Interstate Council faces is the frequency of meetings that is happening is very reduced over a period of time. I'll tell you further down when we discuss about it. I'll give you more details and explain about it. There is also a secretariat, that is Interstate Council Secretariat, which is present in New Delhi. That was established in 1991, and this secretariat is headed by the Secretary of Government of India. Fine? Clear up until here? What is the benefit of having a council like this? First, it could bring in a greater social legitimacy or act as a bridge, center and state, or provide a common ground, okay, to look into issues where center, see now it's not always the case where the government that is in the center is only going to be in the state. Yes. So differences of ideas, ideologies and all will be there. And for those, okay, people have to come together as a single unit and make sure they have to, okay, run the country, and we need a common ground. This is prepared by your Interstate Council. Okay, it gives the balance of power between union and states, meaning, okay, no authoritarian or any dictatorship of anyone or overpowering should be seen by any one of the body to the other, neither the center nor the states, but rather what we are supposed to have is the federal principles which are enshrined in the Constitution, which the Supreme Court so rightly and aptly claimed it is the basic structure of our Constitution. Understanding? Now, what are the challenges behind it? First and foremost is the infrequency of meetings. That's what I kept telling you earlier also. Almost from 1990s to 2024, we've had hardly around only 19 meetings. Interstate Council ka. But rather what should be happening is at least 3 meetings per year should be done. Whereas we've had from 1990 to 2024, we've had only 19 meetings. To it being more, if it has to actually live up to the potential, then at least 3 meetings per year has to be held. Understanding? Another thing is the role, okay, or the work that is being done by Interstate Council, whatever they agree upon, they dish up some common grounds, etc. And the end result, whatever is portrayed, is of mere advisory in nature and they are not binding. Okay? They are not binding. It is not compulsory to follow it. Understanding? This is very much important thing. Lack of follow-up mechanisms. Okay? Lacks enforcement authority. Let's say they've discussed an issue. What further happens down to the issue? There is no follow-up. Okay? Let's say, okay, we've decided we'll follow up, but someone lagged behind. What happens when someone lags behind or someone is not doing what they are to do, what they intended to do, what they pledged to do? So we don't have an enforcement authority to make sure they do that. Understanding. Another thing is, this is a very common thing that happens, is difference of political ideology between center and state. Like we previously discussed, the party in the center is only not going to be in the state, and the reverse also is the same condition. Yeah. So because of this, these challenges have become difficult, and also functioning and the importance of ISC is getting undermined. So what is the way forward? The Punchy Commission, okay, held that it is very important to make sure, okay, your interstate council functioning is very, very effective and important, and also regular and timely meetings are to be conducted. Okay, clear agenda and priorities have to be set up. For example, are you going to discuss on water dispute? Then stick to the agenda, discuss on that. Are you going to discuss land issue? Stick to the agenda, discuss that. Understanding. One more thing is, are you going to speak about finances, devolution of fund? Basically, whatever the issues that the state and center are having, usually it will be in these only, no? Water, land, finances, devolution, okay, powers, etc. So, if you have to pick in just one meeting, don't speak like how all of this in a brief way. Just fix a proper agenda and discuss it in detail. Understanding? Another thing is technology integration. Okay, this is very, very important. ICT should be involved. Okay. Now we have come to the end of topic. Now let's just see some mains questions as well as your interview questions. Okay. I'll ask you the prelims question. Okay, possible question. You will answer it to me in the comment section. Okay. You okay? Ready? With reference to, write this down, okay? With reference to interstate councils, consider the following statements. Okay, statement kind of question. 1. Article 263 contemplates the establishment of interstate council. Okay, that is option 1. I'll repeat it. Article 263 contemplates the establishment of an interstate council. Fine. Second, the interstates council decision is binding in nature. Okay. Prime Minister acts as the chairman of the council. Understanding? Now, which of the options are correct? Option A, okay, 1 and 2 only, okay. Option B, 1 and 3 only. Option C, 2 only. Option D, 1 only. Okay. Now, I want you to comment the answers below. I mean, at the end of the main question, after we discuss, I'll reveal the answer. But I still want you to comment on the answer below. Okay, we'll just make it a little bit of engaging. Clear? Now let's see what is the possible mains question. Okay, discuss the role and significance of interstate council in maintaining cooperative federalism in India. How effective has it been in addressing center-state issues? Okay, so first of all, you will speak about interstate council. You will speak about its composition. Okay. Yeah. So the basic facts, the article. Okay. Then its purpose. What is the main purpose? Cooperative federalism. You can mention examples wherein it has been recently useful, or like look at this, how effective has been it in addressing center-state issues. You can mention your GST, demonetization period of time. Otherwise, if this kind of council was not there, already the center-state council relations, center-state relations are very sour. And if there was no such body and this kind of events are taking place, okay, which affects the states and their finances and their power and their authority and their ability to levy tax. If you are going to curb that, okay, and you don't have a body to facilitate this kind of things, then it would become even more, okay, strained relationship, okay. So this way, okay, if you address, it would be better, okay. Now coming back to the prelims question, okay, let me reread the question. With reference to interstate council, which of the following statements are correct? First one is Article 263 contemplates the establishment of interstate council. Yeah. Option B, the interstate council decisions are binding in nature. Okay. Third option is Prime Minister is the chairman of the council. Okay. The first option, yes, Article 263 speaks about interstate council. That option is correct. Option B, okay, the advice of interstate council is binding. Now that is false. That is what we discussed. It is merely advisory in nature. Okay, it is merely advisory in nature and it is not binding. So option B is wrong. And third option, it is chaired by Prime Minister. Yes, it is chaired by Prime Minister, which makes your options, okay, 1 and 3 only. Okay, understood? Clear up until here? Now I hope you've enjoyed the content and it was easier for you to follow. If you do like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share it along with your friends. This is brought to you by your faculty, Sushma. Thank you guys.